And so here we are, the final episode of a preview this season. And you may be thinking, but Fuds, you missed out some stuff. You know what? I have. There's a reason for that. To cut my workload down, I've decided to do a little bit less recording this season. I'm going to skip the shows which I probably wouldn't be interested in anyway, aside from the shows you're interested in, but I'll just annoy myself if I had to record them. Of course, there's one exception to that. I haven't reviewed Golden Kamuy Season 2. Again, there's a reason for that as well. Reason is that I can tell you the result without even watching it. If you watch Season 1, watch Season 2. If you didn't watch Season 1, go back and watch Season 1, then watch Season 2. But I'm not talking about shows I've missed today, I'm talking about shows I've watched. Because, for the last time this season, this is a 2018 Autumn Anime Preview. From a different perspective. Oh boy, this one's going to be fun, isn't it? Welcome to the world of Inception, an anime about having sex with a bunch of girls. Well, apparently it's not actually sex, it's more like a transferal of power from a man to a woman. But yeah, it's about a guy who gets teleported to another world to have sex with a bunch of girls. Cutting right to a chase, are we now? Cutting out the whole adventuring thing, cutting out the whole saving the universe thing. But we're not actually doing that, we're taking that in its stride as well, because Inception is about saving the world by fucking a bunch of girls. It's a nice job if you can get it. Although that's the foreplay, I'm pretty sure. Now, Conception sounds like a crazy idea, and that's because it kind of is. It's based on a video game released on the PSP a good few years ago. It's actually a JRPG, sort of crossed with a dating sim. From the brilliant minds of Spike Chunsoft, the same people who brought us Danganronpa and their dating sim crossed with a Battle Royale style murder mystery, kill 'em all sadistically show. And so yeah, it's quite clear straight away that Conception is going to be a bit nutty. And this one falls quite close to a line. Actually, that's a lie. It falls miles beyond the line. Conception, the entire concept of Conception should have been given up in Conception, because it comes across as just ridiculous. Let's come to our main character, Itsuki. He's just a main character guy. There's nothing too special about him. But he's got his childhood friend and sweetheart and cousin, because she can't be his sister, because that will be a different show, more about that later. But she comes up to him one day and tells him, "Itsuki?" "Yes," Maharu says. "I'm sorry, but I'm pregnant." And rather than taking a double take or shouting out loud, he just kind of accepts it. Although he wants to know who her father is, apparently there isn't a father. Then about conceptions, she's suddenly in line for Immaculate Conception. And if a whole no sex thing comes through, then I'm pretty sure most of the other maidens will be also in for Immaculate Conception. But Immaculate is one thing this show's not getting off of me, because the whole idea of getting teleported to another world is getting tired already. Combine that with a plotline which basically has you fucking a bunch of girls, and not picking a hentai is even worse. I mean, hentai being bad enough anyway, but you can imagine the plotline of hentai being a plotline of hentai. But this just seems like a plotline of hentai without the balls to go through with it. Although he is looking forward to having all 12 maidens having his balls to go through with it as well. Now, I really don't recommend watching this one. If you really must, you can find it on Crunchyroll. You know, I take it back. Conception, whilst being the strangest conceived anime of the season, is not the worst. That accolade must go to My Sister, My Writer. Now, the alarm bells must be ringing already. The title, My Sister, that is a red light straight away, but not always terrible. You do get some shows with system of title, which are not bad, but the vast majority of them are dreadful. And My Sister, My Writer agrees with that principle, but anything with system of title, with the exception of a few titles, is bad. Now, to say this one actually comes from a pen of Itsuki from A Sister's All You Need, one of a few titles with System of the name which are actually good, is to do Itsuki a disservice. I mean, at least his titles had some amount of sense about them. This looks just like somebody's written a fan fiction about his stories, and have animated it for some reason. But interestingly enough, I don't actually start off with My Sister, My Writer. We start off with the main character playing another game about sisters. Sister Princess. And for those of you who weren't watching anime in the early noughties, Sister Princess was one of the very first anime to really focus in on the sister trope. And it does so in such a way that you're a guy who's trained schools, moved to an island, and is now living with his sisters. There are 13 of them. Each of them got their own personalities. To quote an old story, there's a fetish in there for everybody. Whether or not like the little cute French girls, the big sisterly types, the sporty types, there's a fetish for everyone. And you have to choose your sister, and hopefully it is the right sister. I don't remember how the game actually works. There's an anime about it. Anime's got a decent dub. One of the good old ADV dubs. But enough about Sister Princess. I'm trying to distract myself. I don't want to talk about My Sister, My Writer, because that one is woeful. But yeah, let's talk about the anime. Our main character, Yu Nagami, is an anime fan. He also wants to become a writer, so he's submitting novels every single competition. All responses are always like, sorry, your book is shit. And so when coming home one day, he checks results and yep, he's been rejected. But his sister, on the other hand, who apparently entered the competition on a whim, got accepted. She won the grand prize, not just one of the side prizes, the actual big grand prize, the Your Book is Fantastic, the Violet Evergarden of prizes. And she doesn't want to do it because, for one thing, she can't have a job in her school, and also the idea of this student council president, because she's got to be a student council president, doesn't she? Writing a best-selling light novel is a terrible idea. And so she wants her brother to go in instead. She'll be the ghostwriter for her big brother. So the problem is her books are pretty much the same type of tripe I'm reading about right now. She writes trashy light novels about having sex with a little sister, or about how little sisters really want to have sex with their big brothers. Hiding it much? Yeah, this is a thinly veiled attempt at humour. Doesn't come across it. You can tell it's a thinly veiled attempt at humour because of her characters. You got a super sexy, sultry editor who doesn't want to edit the book, so she just wants to bone the main character. You got the only real flat-chested character in the anime, the 20-year-old Lolly, who is his co-worker at a bookstore. He also wants to bone him. And finally got the artist chosen for the images in the light novel. And she goes by the wonderful name of Ahegao Twinvy Peace Sensor, or just Ahegao for short. I'm not going to tell you what that means. If you want to, Google it, but make sure you're on a private window first. And I don't recommend looking for fan art for this character because you're going to get loads of really messed up crap. So yeah, this one looks to be very much, no, I won't say by numbers, more like paint by numbers, light novel adaptation. And a trashy one at that. It wasn't obvious enough already. I'm not going to say avoid this one, I'm going to say bin it. Do you like fluffy things? Do you walk past a cat, or do you chase a cat hoping to stroke its fluffy fur? What about rabbits? Can you stand to look at a rabbit without wanting to pet it? What about clumps of dust in the corner? Do you want to pet them because they're fluffy as well? And don't get me started on mouldy cheese. But let's not talk about mouldy cheese. Let's talk about As Miss Beelzebub Likes. Quite honestly, the most fluffy anime I've come across in years. Now, you might think an anime talking about Beelzebub is going to be a dark, gritty affair. No. This one's fluffy as a cloud. In fact, she's fluffing on a cloud. Maybe fluffing on a cloud's not the best idea. She's dancing on a fluffy cloud in her dreams. Because it's anime about a female Beelzebub. In a hell which has been sanitized. The demons have lost. Hell is now an extension of heaven, and Miss Beelzebub is in charge. However, she's not exactly warding it with an iron fist. She's warding it with a very, very fluffy fist. And that's pretty much all I can really say about Miss Beelzebub. It's a very fluffy anime. Miss Beelzebub is clueless but fluffy, loving, and very attractive, very gentle. We get to see her long-suffering assistant Murin, who I would say assists her, but more like supervises her throughout her day-to-day life, trying to keep her out of trouble, while being completely enamoured by her himself as well. And there's a bunch of other things going on. Now, light-hearted demon stories are becoming much more fun in recent times as well. I mean, just look at a wonderful vignette in Gabrielle Dropout, amusingly voiced by the same Seiyu as Beelzebub. And I'm not going to say this one is forgetful. It's a very light and fluffy show. If you like shows with a bit of content, you might find this one lacking a bit of content initially. I'll probably add some more later on, but for now, it's a very much slice of life, fluffy, fluffy, fluff. You can watch this yourself while enjoying the fluffiness over at Crunchyroll. And the final anime this season to look at is Mercstoria, the apathetic boy and the girl in a bottle. A show about a pathetic boy and a girl in a bottle. No big surprises there. I think the title's supposed to be apathetic, not apathetic, but whichever one it is, it holds true. He's both apathetic and a pathetic boy. And one day, he's given a bottle of water, as a present. Fantastic present, Dad. You come back from adventuring and all you bring me back is a bottle of water? Bad father. But one day, the bottle opens itself, and a fairy pops out. I say fairy, I'm assuming she's more like a fairy. She's more like just like a girl in a bottle, as the title may present itself to be. And she floats around with him. There's no reason why she floats around. There's no reason why a bottle would float. Apparently she's a liquid, he's a solid. They're not exactly compatible. Well, that's what he says anyway. There's plenty of fun you can have with a liquid, I'm sure. But he's a bit of a scaredy cat. He's a bit of a wuss. He doesn't want to go out adventuring because monsters out there. Despite the fact he apparently has some healing magic about him, as you'll find out later on in the episode. But yeah, it's about a boy and his floating girl in a bottle friend. And that's about it, really. They get into a bit of bother. He helps save a town by healing a monster. Yeah, you heard it right. Healing a monster. Because you don't heal with people, you heal monsters to make the monsters not attack you anymore. Because this is a very friendly anime. You don't want to hurt anyone, do you? Now, I found myself watching this one and feeling lost about not the storyline itself. The storyline is quite straightforward to follow. As to who this is aimed at. It's not a shonen show. It doesn't come across as a guy fighting against the odds type show. It doesn't look like it's tied into any kind of mobile game. Although I could be wrong there. There's no ongoing big saga about the entire storyline. This just seems to be an anime about a guy and a girl in a bowl. And it's not really aimed at anyone. And that's where it seems to get lost. I mean, I don't know if I'm supposed to be enjoying this one myself, but recommending it to kids, laughing at it, enjoying it, be worrying about it, but I know one thing for certain, I'm not going to be watching it. It's the dullest thing I've watched all season. If you don't want to watch it, you can find it over at Crunchyroll. And that about wraps it up for this season. It's been a bit of an odd season, hasn't it? There's been a bunch of good stuff, but we ended on a low with 3 terrible things. But at least there's plenty of fluff to go around. Well, thank you guys for watching this, and if you watched all the other ones, thank you very much as well. Be sure to watch other stuff on my channel, and also check me out on Twitch whenever I'm live. But have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in winter. Bye bye.